He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power or our will. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and all will be well with you. Small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. Know, first, who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. Demand not that things happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will go on well. Know you not that a good man does nothing for appearance sake, but for the sake of having done right? It is better to die of hunger having lived without grief and fear, than to live with a troubled spirit, amid abundance. Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. When things seem to have reached that stage, merely say I won't play any longer, and take your departure, but if you stay, stop lamenting. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a figure. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a figure. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. It is more necessary for the soul to be cured than the body, for it is better to die than to live badly. Imagine for yourself a character, a model personality, whose example you determine to follow, in private as well as in public. There is but one way to tranquility of mind and happiness, and that is to account no external things thine own, but to commit all to God. If you wish to be good, first believe that you are bad. If you seek truth, you will not seek to gain a victory by every possible means, and when you have found truth, you need not fear being defeated. What concerns me is not the way things are, but the way people think things are. Men are disturbed not by the things that happen, but by their opinion of the things that happen. The essence of philosophy is that a man should so live that his happiness shall depend as little as possible on external things. Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. In banquets remember that you entertain two guests, body and soul, and whatever you shall have given to the body you soon eject, but what you shall have given to the soul, you keep always. So what oppresses and scares us? It is our own thoughts, obviously. What overwhelms people when they are about to leave friends, family, old haunts and their accustomed way of life? Thoughts. If they are wise, do not quarrel with them; if they are fools, ignore them. Don't put your purpose in one place and expect to see progress made somewhere else. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Those who are well constituted in the body endure both heat and cold, and so those who are well constituted in the soul endure both anger and grief and excessive joy and the other effects. Very little is needed for everything to be upset and ruined, only a slight lapse in reason. Men are disturbed, not by things, but by the principles and notions which they form concerning things. As a man, casting off worn-out garments taketh new ones, so the dweller in the body, entereth into ones that are new. We are at the mercy of whoever wields authority over the things we either desire or detest. If you would be free, then, do not wish to have, or avoid, things that other people control, because then you must serve as their slave. For sheep don't throw up the grass to show the shepherds how much they have eaten, but, inwardly digesting their food, they outwardly produce wool and milk. The philosopher's school, ye men, is a surgery. You ought not to go out of it with pleasure, but with pain. For you are not in sound health when you enter. Everyone's life is a warfare, and that long and various. There is no shame in making an honest effort. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. It is a universal law, have no illusion, that every creature alive is attached to nothing so much as to its own self-interest. If you want to improve, you must be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Freedom is not archived by satisfying desire, but by eliminating it. No man is free until he is a master of himself. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Crows pick out the eyes of the dead, when the dead have no longer need of them, but flatterers mar the soul of the living, and her eyes they blind. Sick and yet happy, in peril and yet happy, dying and yet happy, in exile and happy, in disgrace and happy. This is your business, to act well the given part, but to choose it belongs to another. Keep the prospect of death, exile and all such apparent tragedies before you every day, especially death, and you will never have an abject thought, or desire anything to excess. People with a strong physical constitution can tolerate extremes of hot and cold. People of strong mental health can handle anger, grief, joy and the other emotions. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. An uninstructed person will lay the fault of his own bad condition upon others. Someone just starting instruction will lay the fault on himself. Some who is perfectly instructed will place blame neither on others nor on himself. Man is troubled not by events, but by the meaning he gives to them. Fortify yourself with contentment, for this is an impregnable fortress. There is a time and place for diversion and amusements, but you should never allow them to override your true purposes. The knowledge of what is mine and what is not mine, what I can and cannot do. I must die. But must I die bawling? I must be exiled, but is there anything to keep me from going with a smile, calm and self-composed? Take care not to hurt the ruling faculty of your mind. If you were to guard against this in every action, you should enter upon those actions more safely. Restrict yourself to choice and refusal, and exercise them carefully, with discipline and detachment. Thank you for watching.